I like to talk about different things with reference to narcissism, right? They say that, think I read somewhere that psychologists say you shouldn't ask about a person's past, right? But in my case and others' cases, as far as narcissistic personality disorder, you should. In my case, Leon Robert Walker Jr., right? Narcissistic as hell. When my parents got divorced at age 11, when I was 11, when we lost our house, I was coming home from 6th grade graduation, had on a suit and everything. I didn't know that morning I would never be going back into that house. So when I came back from graduation at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I approached our street, turned right, and I looked down. I saw a lot of rubbish, what I thought was rubbish in the front yard of our house. As I got closer, I saw that it was our furniture. My mother came out, my sister came out, my brother came out. My dad was already gone. Parents divorced, he was already out the house. So our income had been drastically reduced. My dad worked at Ford. Income had been drastically reduced. We didn't have water. We had to borrow water from the neighbors. We didn't have electricity. We didn't have gas. We didn't have lights. We didn't have anything. We barely had food. My mom was a bartender. She did the best she could. So we had an extension cord from our house to our neighbor's house, the Snells. And my sister and I would go across the street, take turns in filling up jugs for water. We had a hot plate that we had to take a bath in, a shower in it every morning, right? Water and hot plate in a pot with a rag, and that was it. I barely washed my butt. I barely washed my ankles, my feet. I was barely brushing my teeth. My teeth had turned green because my parents divorced. I was depressed as a kid. I should have had therapy as a child. Stopped brushing my teeth. By the time I was 8, 9 years old, I had 2 root canals. They pulled them out when I joined the Navy, free dental. I was 17. No utilities, no phone. I was embarrassed. Friends couldn't call me, couldn't call my friends. And so my family morals, this is what you all need to know. You need to know a person's past because it's going to haunt you. You're going to deal with it in the future. My family morals were shot 11 years old. I didn't want to get married. I didn't want to have kids. I didn't want to ever have to lose utilities, borrow water, borrow electricity, take a bath out of a pot on a hot plate. I had started stealing candy and stuff and food from the grocery store. I was 11 years old, turned to a thief, happy to be stealing. So I was happy to be pissed off. I was happy to be hurting. I was happy to be mad. I was happy to take stuff from other people. And that made me feel good. So I was going to be an empath. My narcissistic path had started early, years ago. This is important because I had become jealous of other people that had their families. I had become jealous of people that their mother and father were still married. I didn't know how to be married. I didn't want to be married. So I tried to get married, and I screwed up my wife's life by cheating, my infidelity when I was engaged, and all these other things. I didn't know how to be a husband, so I didn't know how to hold hands. I didn't know how to communicate. I didn't know how to sit down. I didn't know how to tell the truth. I chose to lie. I chose to cheat. I chose to be dysfunctional. I had choices. I could have made better choices, but I made the worst choices, the bad choice, because those felt good to me. And so I'm telling you this because when they say you shouldn't talk about a person's past or ask about the past, you're supposed to know about the past because you're going to deal with it. You're going to face it. It's going to hurt you. It's going to harm you later on. I didn't know how to be married. I didn't want to be married. I was jealous of my girlfriend's family. I was jealous of my ex-wife's family. Her parents had been married for 25, 30 years. My parents were divorced in 1976, somewhere in there. And I got divorced 31 years after my parents got divorced in the same month of December. I didn't know how to be a family man. I didn't know how to hold hands and pray when it's time to eat, when it's time to eat a meal. I didn't know how to do those things. And praying during the meal or before meal irritated me because I didn't have patience to sit down and wait and sit down as a family. I didn't have that as a child from age 11 on. It was gone, dissipated, over with. I became very independent when my sister and I lived with my father. I become very, very independent. I was in the streets. I had become very open. I had become very wise as a 12, 13-year-old little kid. I knew too much. I knew more than I was supposed to know. Sexually, financially, stealing, crime. I was advanced. And so when you don't know about your soon-to-be boyfriend or husband's past or girlfriend's or soon-to-be girlfriend or wife's past, they are bound to repeat it, and it's going to affect and it's going to hurt you and your kids. My divorce hurt my kids. My being inept, being immature hurt my kids, hurt my ex-wife, hurt my ex-girlfriends, hurt their kids. And so when you don't know about your man or your woman's past, you're going to repeat it. It's going to hurt you. It's going to harm you. It's going to set you back. It's going to make you sick. It may even kill people. Okay, I was very risky with my life. So I put my ex-girlfriends and my ex-wife life in danger because I was risky, because I didn't know about family. I didn't care about family. I didn't want family. My eyes was taken away from me. So it's very important and crucial that you know about a person when you're dating them. You need to know about their past. Do they want to be married? I never talked about my mother or father when I got with women, when I was dating women, when I got married. I held those things. I suppressed that pain. Okay, so when you are planning on being with somebody, you need to know if they're capable of being a good partner, a good husband, a good fiance. Yeah, because I was jealous of other people's families still being together. I didn't know how to go on family trips. I didn't know how to plan family trips. I didn't know how to plan birthday parties as like me and my ex-wife and my kids and my girlfriend. I can do it, but I was like, I didn't have this since I was 11, so why should I want somebody else to have it, you know? So narcissistic people, when they have a broken past, when they have a dysfunctional past, they're gonna have a jealous future with you. And if you don't know this going into it, you're gonna be a part of it. So it's wise to ask about someone's past. It's wise to ask about their parents. Nobody knew that my mother had a very addictive personality. Nobody knew that my dad had a very extreme personality. So I too have a very addictive and extreme personality. And that hurt the women that I was dating. That hurt my ex-wife. It's going to hurt you if you meet somebody like me and their parents have a very extreme or an addictive personality. All right? Just food for thought. I just want y'all to think about something when you're dating. Ask about their past, their parents, and their ability to be married and have children. You have a great day.